What is up, guys? What is up? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the stream. Today is, I lost the date there, September 6th, September 5th. Sunday is the weekly close, guys. We have the weekly candle close coming up right now, so we're going to do a stream. We only have about 5 minutes left until the weekly candle closes. We're going to do a weekly chart analysis and, of course, talk about a whole host of things. Crypto market is looking absolutely fantastic. I don't have to tell you guys twice. This is everything's going perfectly right now. Everything is really lining up. Of course, we have supply shock across the market. There's not much supply available, and we can see that Bitcoin just keeps climbing higher and higher, even with relatively low volume. Bitcoin just keeps climbing higher and higher, and that's because there is supply shock, not that much Bitcoin available. So any little bit of buy pressure, any little bit of demand seems to just keep the market moving upward. Guys, definitely smash the like button if you're just tuning in. What is up, everybody? I told you guys I would do a live stream for the weekly close, and that is exactly what we're going to do. I'm going to let this intro play out for a second. We have 5 minutes until the weekly close. This song is about 3 minutes long or so, and I will be right back, guys. Hold on 1 second, guys. I actually have the wrong audio preferences up. Sorry, technical difficulties. Okay, here we go. All right, I'll be right back. Definitely smash that like button before we get started. Guys, we're going to get started in just a minute. Be sure to subscribe. Hit that like button if you haven't already, if you're just tuning in. We'll get started soon. What is up, guys? Welcome back. I'm glad to have all of you guys here right now. And we currently have already over 100 people watching, so definitely hit that like button if you're just tuning in. And also share the stream as well if you can. That is always helpful as well. I actually should just put this on Twitter now while I'm at it, guys. Bitcoin weekly close stream. The weekly is closing in just a minute now. So we're going to check that out. We're going to analyze the weekly candle close as well. Let me just put out the alert here. So also, you guys know that all of my older streams, we would play music and stuff, though I can't really do that because Google is terrible with the censoring. Like, I play any type of music, it's just like, you know, other than the ones that I've already played, then there's just problems. So I can't really do that. So blame Google, not me. I'll play this in the background a little bit, though. All right, guys, here we go. Let's hop into the scene. It is now, we just got the weekly close literally just now. Okay, interestingly enough, also, before we get into the weekly, you know, needless to say, this was a great weekly close, even without looking at the weekly chart. I'm looking at the daily chart right now. And we can see that the daily MACD, check that out, guys. The daily MACD is just now on this new daily. Looks like it's crossing bullish. Looks like we're going to get some bullish momentum here, some positive momentum. And that is also good to see, right? So we were consolidating for a while, and it looks like we have a lot of momentum now. Getting a nice cross for the MACD on the daily. Let's hop over to the weekly chart. So we had, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 green weeklies, followed by one red, and then now another green weekly. And also, just to remind you guys, we do have a lot of supply shock taking place, right? The Bitcoin illiquid supply shock RSI. We saw a lot of this. William Clemente pointed this out. He was saying we have a lot of momentum. If you're looking at that, the bands on the right side, right there. I mean, this is like the most momentum we've had on the illiquid supply shock, right? Compared to at the end of 2020, compared to over here, right? I mean, look at that, right? So right now, it's the least supply that we've had on the market of the entire run by far. And that's why we just keep seeing the price float up without any hesitation, guys. Any little bit of demand pushes the price higher, and that's awesome to see. And we also have a shorter term supply shock ratio chart showing another uptick here. This is from, I guess, September 4th, another uptick in the supply shock, and it just correlates directly with the price. Awesome to see. So where exactly did this one close? This weekly closed at exactly what? Basically where we are now, 51,700 about, roughly. So yeah, that is a pretty damn good weekly close. The previous weekly closes took place, if you guys are looking left, the previous weekly close, right there, on the August 15th weekly, took place right along that previous support, right? In April, we had a major weekly close here, right? And that's where we were closing the weeklies. We've actually now powered through that, so that's good to see. Right, we're pushing through that previous April resistance. Just cutting straight through it on this recent weekly. So I love to see that as well. Pushing through that resistance. And you know, there is a lot of action here to the left that we need to grind through. It may be a little bit of a grind, guys, moving forward over the next few weeks. I mean, there's a lot of action looking left. We just got through that first part, but there is still a lot of stuff to get through here. And of course, if you're looking at Ethereum, it's a different story. Ethereum, there's like nothing looking left, right? This is the 3-day chart. Let's go to the weekly chart. There's like not much looking left here for Ethereum in comparison to Bitcoin. So, and you know, guys, we made a video about this. We were saying, look at the comparison. Many weeks at the top for Bitcoin, just a couple weeks at the top for ETH. ETH is going to hit a new all-time high before Bitcoin. And lo and behold, here we are, moving into a new all-time high, or close to moving into a new all-time high for Ethereum. It's definitely going to happen before Bitcoin. So that's awesome to see. So congrats to all the Ethereum holders. It's looking really good. A lot of ETH being burned. A lot of ETH being locked up in the ETH2 contract address. It's looking pretty damn good. Let's see what the chat is saying. Also, we should definitely take a look at the Heikin-Ashi candles next. And the parabolic stop and reverse indicator, which I'm assuming obviously is continued bullish. Let's see. What's up, everybody in the chat? Definitely hit that like button if you're just tuning in. Subscribe if you're new to this channel, and share the stream. Sharing the stream definitely helps as well. All the regulars in the chat. We got Chapter 7. Anthony M is in the chat. Haven't seen Anthony in quite some time. Christopher's in the chat. CryptoDog is in the chat. CryptoDog, I'm going to make you a moderator. Rationale, coming back with the tips again. You did this the other day. Kevin is the GOAT. My most used phrase this week has been, I told you so. Yeah, all the people that were telling me that I was stupid for calling the 30K bottom, the past month has just been an I told you so month. Kevin Murphy coming with the 5. He says, do you feel safe holding cash on the sidelines as we wait for the next bear market in the coming years? I mean, do I feel safe holding cash on the sidelines? I guess what Kevin Murphy is asking is cash safe? Right? At the end of this bull market, is it going to be safe to hold cash? And I think it probably will be. It probably will be, even though, of course, we have inflation. Usually the way that this works is, okay, so that's the thing a lot of people are wondering is when you cash out in this cycle, are you going to put it in cash or are you going to buy gold or something? I think cash is fine. Cash is fine because really what I'm waiting for is just like 1 year, 2 years of downside in the crypto market before I slowly start to reaccumulate. Right? So cash, in my opinion, is fine. And usually if the stock market, right, like in 2017, let's go over here. In 2017, Bitcoin also went on this bull run with the S&P. This is the S&P 500. They both topped out right around here at the end of 2017 going into 2018. They both had a major top formation. And then the DXY gained momentum against this, right? Cash became a little bit more powerful of a choice. A better play, I should say. And I think something similar could happen at the end of this cycle as well, where the stock market has just been going up like crazy. Maybe we continue to go up into 2022 or even further into 2022. And then if the stock market tops out alongside crypto, the cash will gain some level of momentum for some amount of time. Could be just a few months, and then if the Fed does increase interest rates, it's going to increase, the cash will become stronger for at least some period of time. So I think cash is safe. I'm not really I don't think that it's not safe to have cash. Again, at the end of the cycle, not now. I mean, I'm almost fully deployed, guys, into the market right now. And it's going really well. Buying the dip heavily before. And one of my favorite dip buys, when we first initially dumped, I'm super happy I did it. We first dumped right around here. We bounced off 30. I bought some Solana, and that was the best dip buy of the correction for me. It's up like 450% since, which is absolutely incredible. Solana, one of the best performers. Yeah, guys, you cash out to stable coins and then lend them and make money, make interest during the bear market or something, right? Something like that, totally a good strategy. So let me also pull up the Heikin-Ashi candles for Bitcoin, because this one, it was one of my favorite, most reliable indicators. This is the weekly chart. I'm going to pull up the parabolic stop and reverse indicator as well. Oh yeah, I'm going to make sure that I forgot to post this in Discord. Also, guys, if any of the Patreon members are watching, in a little bit I could open up the voice chat for all of you guys to hop in to the actual stream itself and talk in this stream right now live, if you guys would want to do that. So this is one of my favorite indicators and favorite pairs. The Heikin-Ashi chart style with the parabolic stop and reverse indicator. It's just so good at catching trends, right? Back down here in the beginning of April, we flipped bullish. And even though there was a couple fake outs in the Heikin-Ashi, the parabolic stop and reverse indicator on the weekly chart for Coinbase did not flip bearish at all. Since that low in April, all the way up, all the way until when? Literally the week of the 65K top, we flipped bearish on this dotted line, the parabolic stop and reverse indicator on these parameters, which you can get looking at the top left of the screen right here. Best trend shift, best indicator for trend identification and trend shifts. Heikin-Ashi flips red. Parabolic stop and reverse indicator also flips red. And then we trend down for months. And then perfect flip to the bullish side, parabolic stop and reverse indicator. And then Heikin-Ashi, right, is also flipping green. And the trend is up since 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 weeks up since that indicator. And it's still pointing bullish. It's still pointing bullish. And very likely, you know, at this point, guys, with the supply shock, you know, I'm not saying we can't get a top and some sort of consolidation before the next leg up. Of course we can. But I would think that it's possible that we could hit new all-time highs in the next couple months. It's possible with the supply shock that we're experiencing. Totally possible. And the fact that we kind of just blew past 51K today, I mean, that's pretty promising as well. Now, let's also look at the fibs. Are we coming up on any fibs? Okay, we just broke above the 618, so that's good. Bitcoin's now above the 618 fib extension, and the next target for fibs would be the 57,173 level. But more realistically, the next upside target, you know, even though you could target the 786, it seems to be more so the $60,000 level, right? There's a lot of movement on these weeklies, just straight through these zones, right? We barely stop in between 50 and 57. Really, most of the stoppage in play comes in at 57.5 and upwards towards 60, right? So we might actually be able to get up to 55.60 in the next week before seeing major rejection. It's possible. Robert says he made it to the live stream. Welcome, Robert. I'm sure we got a lot of regulars in the chat. We got Moonboy in the chat. I appreciate the tips, guys, as well. Kevin Murphy, rationally. So let's see. Also, we looked at Ethereum a little bit. Ethereum's basically about to hit a new all-time high. And then also, if we look at the Ethereum chart here, we mapped out our targets. The next major target, you know, short term, you could be looking at 6K at the 1618, right? From the highest high to the lowest low of the range. If we get an all-time high break, the first target is going to be about 6,000 at the 1618, probably. Usually we do respect these fibs on major breakouts on the larger time frames, but ultimately the next major target from the macro scale is 8,700. And this is also, and I know a lot of people, when I say that, they think it just sounds too moon boyish and too crazy or something. But this is very much along the lines of what happened here in 2017. Right? Same type of style price action, same style of consolidation where we come up, this is 2017, pull back, consolidate below the all-time high, and then we rip up. Right? We kind of actually blew past the 1618 and went straight for the 2618. We had a major weekly rejection off of 855, and it's very similar style setup. If we break out, yeah, we're probably going to hit 6,000. Maybe it's a little bit of resistance, but we're probably going to end up moving towards 8,700, and not stopping all too much at the 1618 at 6K. Right, and this is just how the crypto market behaves. Remember, you know, even though it sounds crazy, these predictions where it's like, yeah, next target is 8,700 for ETH. Remember, the bull markets are savage, but so are the bear markets. We may end up coming all the way back to 4K or lower, right? 3K or something in the bear market. So even though, you know, you might think it seems unrealistic for us to hit 8K, then, you know, 13,000, just remember all the gains will probably be lost if you're not selling. And that's what makes it realistic, actually. That's what's making it realistic, because it's savage up and just as savage down. And this is kind of what I'm looking for ETH. Maybe not just maybe not a direct straight line up, but these are the targets, 8,700, 13,000. Guys, definitely smash the like button if you're just tuning in. 6CZR1 says, Svensson markets are savage. What is a Svensson market? Someone's saying parabolic stop and reverse, does it only work on the Heikin-Ashi candles? No, guys. It's just the best pairing for indicators. You pull up the Heikin-Ashi, which is good for trend identification and trend reversal identification. And then you pull up the parabolic stop and reverse, and it keeps you really, and this is the weekly chart. It's just like, it's just so perfect. It's just such a perfect combination. And guys, I'm using Cryptowatch, by the way. A lot of people have trouble getting the same type of results that I get with the parabolic stop and reverse indicator. So if you do, go to the link below and click Cryptowatch. It's totally free to sign up. It's in the link below. Click that link, sign up for Cryptowatch, and then have this setup that I'm using here. So also, another cool thing that happened recently was Polygon peaked up above Matic, Polygon. Let's hop over just so you guys understand what I'm talking about. I know most of you do. But Polygon is the number 19 top cryptocurrency right now. Polygon, previously Matic, right? The ticker's Matic. This one, a leading scaling solution for ETH, obviously. We have a lot of new people joining in on the market now, so I have to sort of make sure everyone understands what I'm talking about. This is a really good one. A good chart right now because we have the previous macro high at $1.70, and we were talking about this in previous streams, previous videos. I was talking about this in Patreon as well. If we can really break out and get some momentum above that previous high at $1.70, then it's looking good, and we're starting to break it, right? We're starting to at least attempt a breakthrough. We did get rejected, but we're not rejecting too hard. So if we can continue to push through this area, if we get a breakout again, and we can actually flip $1.70 into support, in my opinion, you know, that being a very significant macro higher high, I'm looking for new all-time highs from here. And really $1.70 would be just an accumulation range. I mean, everything below $1.70, I should say, would just be a range of accumulation before another all-time high. So that's what I'm looking for Polygon. But of course, we want to start confirming daily candle closes. We have one above $1.70. We need more. We need continuation, of course. Shadow Man says, Kev, what time does the close happen today, guys? It's the same time every day, 8 p.m. 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's happened at the same time every time. We're just looking at Polygon right now. Of course, we're getting rejection off $1.70, which is not good. We definitely want to see go back above. Yeah, a lot of people are talking about Solana now as well. This was an amazing dip buy for me. I don't know if I told you guys my story. I was literally like I was gonna buy Solana at $3 back in early this year, but for some reason I couldn't get the funds onto whatever exchange I was going to use, and I just like forgot about it. And then I was watching it just like rip from like 15 to 20 to 30 to 40, and I was like so sad. And then once Bitcoin dumped to 30, Solana dumped down here into the 20s again, and that was like one of the first things I did. Dip bought that, one of the first things I did on the dip. So I'm glad I did. But I missed out on so much growth. But it's been good. I mean, right now, it seems like Solana is basically doing what Ethereum did. What would be a good chart? Sorry, what Ethereum did in 2017. It's on a similar type of growth pattern, it seems like to me, right? This kind of, this is like, if you want to make a comparison, of course, it's not going to be the same exactly. But if you go to, let's just go like Ethereum over here, go back to 2017. What Solana's doing right now is like this range right here. So here's 2017 ETH when it's at $5 or $6. It rips up to the $45 level, right? And then it consolidates and rips again. And this seems to be what is happening with Solana right now. It was in that consolidation, it rips up, has this nice sideways action, and then rips again. It's like it's so reminiscent for me of this area here. And I think that Solana, having the backing that it has, right, is likely going to perform similar to Ethereum in this cycle. Remember, guys, you know, as the crypto market gets bigger and bigger, there's going to be more need for all kinds of blockchain solutions. And I think that, of course, Ethereum is probably going to remain as the top smart contracts platform, and it's going to have the most growth, like in terms of like overall. But you know, the market cap of crypto overall is going to become so big, there's going to be so much demand for blockchain solutions that one day Solana could have the same market cap as Ethereum has now, and Ethereum's market cap then would just be a lot bigger. So seeing Solana go to $1,000 is really not that crazy. It's totally possible, right? Especially if we're going to see Bitcoin and Ethereum, like Ethereum, if Ethereum does go to 8,700, 13K, seeing Solana go to 500, 700, possibly 1,000 is possible. It is possible, guys. Shadow Man, the close already happened. I thought I answered this. 8 p.m. every time. So Orange Blood says everything about to freaking blast off. It seems like it. It definitely seems like it. I mean, I don't see like if you look at the Ethereum chart, there's no denying that it definitely seems like everything's about to blast off. We're about to get new all-time highs here. Yeah, guys, you can put the parabolic stop and reverse indicator on any time frame, but it's most effective for weekly, in my opinion. It's like really, really good. I mean, look at this. 2018, if you took this as a short signal in August of 2018, you could have shorted the market all the way until February of 2019, where it gave you the flip. Then you could have exited your short, went long from February 2019 all the way up here till June or July 2019, took profits on your long on the bearish flip, shorted it all the way down, right? So this indicator, my point is, it's just super reliable for trend identification and understanding, are we continuing this uptrend? Are we continuing this downtrend? Is the trend reversing, right? Now, of course, COVID caused a little bit of confusion, but since this low on the Coinbase chart, it stayed bullish from April all the way to the 65K top and then went bearish from 65K all the way down here to 30 and then flipped bullish for this uptrend. It's just a very good indicator if you pair it with the Heikin-Ashi candles. And yeah, you can do it on any time frame, but I don't use it anywhere other than really the weekly chart. And guys, this is on Cryptowatch, so definitely click the link below for Cryptowatch. It's free to sign up. Someone says, hey Kevin, I'll do fun sveg. Am I from Sweden? No, I am a Swedish citizen. I live in the United States. I have 2 citizenships. U.S. and Swedish citizen. I can understand a little bit of Swedish. I can read a little bit of Swedish, but I can't really speak that well. But I am a citizen. So, and let's see what else. What else do we got here? Oh yeah, let's talk about these some of these on-chain metrics. Puel multiple is pretty important. We're talking about mining revenue here. So right now, miners are in a profit. What you'll notice, though, let me pull up the web paint. What you'll notice is that on a lot of these bull runs, the miners remain in a profitable zone for a pretty substantial period of time, right? And also here, like 2013, 2014, miners remained in that red, the profitable zone for quite some time. Same with 2017, they remained in the red for quite some time. And we haven't really seen any sort of major, we haven't seen like a major blow off top in miner profits. We got some here at 65 where they were in an area of very heavy profits. And we saw pretty quickly that the price came back to enter more of a neutral area for miner profits. If you guys can see that at the top. But we haven't had any major sustained profitability for miners other than, of course, the initial run. So I'm looking for, a final euphoria phase here in this market and a final major profitable zone for the miners. Something that at least somewhat resembles all these previous cycles, because we haven't really seen anything like that yet. So you'd be the miners we'd be looking for a move up to, the 6-digit level for Bitcoin, and miners sustaining profitable levels for a longer period of time, like a multi-month period. And that would basically signal that as we get to those higher levels, the current block reward for Bitcoin would become too much to sustain those higher levels, right? And I think, you know, not only can we be looking at on-chain metrics like the PUA multiple for like tracking the profitability of miners and looking for prolonged periods of profitability, and then looking to see what the activity of the miner wallets is, you know, all these things lining up, but also the channel line, right? The heart line of the channel, I think is probably going to line up perfectly with right here. Let me just zoom in on the PUA multiple. When we come up to like a 2.5, which signals large profits for miners, when we get to that point, you know, we may see resistance. We may enter a final blow-off phase, but when we hit a point like this, it's likely going to be in an area above the heart line of the channel. And like I said in my last stream, this is very important because whenever Bitcoin goes above the heart line of the channel, that is a euphoria phase and a final blow-off top phase. Right there. This whole point right here is just a cash out zone for the intelligent investor. Right here. 2018. Everything above that heart line, cash out zone, euphoria peak for the intelligent investor. Right? We haven't gotten above that yet, like 2013, like 2018. So that right there, when we do get above the heart line of this channel, or if, right, nothing's certain, but if we do, that is likely going to be the time for the intelligent investor to start looking to exit above that heart line of the channel. And the way that we can confirm that is if the miners are sitting in heavy profits. If we see the PUA multiple entering a sustained increase or a sustained area of profitability for miners like this, and we see that here again, then we can be sure that, okay, well, the price is really high. Miners are seeing a lot of profits. We're above the heart line of the channel. I mean, it's pretty clear that we need to be getting out of this market before someone else does, like the miners, right? So there's a lot of stuff like that. You want to pair up some on-chain metrics with the charts to give you the best timing for exiting the market. Stuff like that is all very important. There's a lot of stuff that we haven't looked at here on this channel in a while, like let's say the buying power, stablecoin buying power. So this is pretty interesting to see. Right here, we've seen a lot of deployment of stablecoins. Do you guys remember on my channel when I pointed this out, where we had the most buying power on the sidelines than ever? And I said, once this comes back in, it's gonna, you know, it's likely we're gonna see major upside. And the miners were sitting on probably a lot of stablecoins. And when you see these stablecoins entering the market, when you see buying power entering the market, it usually stays that way for quite some time, where you have, you know, this is like a sustained period of stablecoin buying power entering the market, going from, you know, like the last quarter of 2020 into the beginning of 2021. And from that point, I mean, here, you know, it was like most of the run, right? That area. And I think that in the same way that we saw that happening there, right? A sustained period of stablecoins entering the market. And that kind of got us above the all-time high. It got us above 14K. It got us above 20K, all within this period, right? That's kind of what I think is going to happen here. We're going to see a sustained deployment of stablecoins for quite some time, and then we'll probably pop up above this all-time high. We'll see a lot of money entering the market, and that'll probably kick off the final euphoria phase. So keeping track of the buying power, right now we've seen a lot of buying power re-enter the market. That's what this means. A lot of stablecoins are re-entering. But there's more to come, right? There's more to come. There's more still on the sidelines. And then the stablecoin flow ratio. So, and this is kind of like the opposite. So when it's red, that means stablecoins are flowing into the market. And it kind of lines up the same. You know, most of this was part of our run. So a lot of stablecoins were flowing into the market from here to here. That brought us all the way to 42K. And we're starting to see that again. right? This started, this flow of stablecoins began actually at 30,000. We made a video on this channel. Oh, we made a video at that low on this channel when we were sitting here, like right about here at 30,000. And I was like, making the argument that 30,000 was the bottom. And we were looking at the stablecoin flow ratio, and we saw this huge influx of stablecoins into the market. We were saying that's why this is acting as a low point, because the people that are holding the most stablecoins are spending their coins on Bitcoin, and it's just continuing now, right? We're seeing a little bit less here, but we'll see. We may see the trend continue for quite some time until we actually break out again. So yeah, I mean, just another quick point. Actually, keeping track of the buying power and the flow of stable coins can help you spot a long-term support like 30K, and seeing that it is, stable coins are being deployed, or like, will this trend continue, kind of a thing. Like, all that is important. Keeping track of the stable coins, the on-chain metrics. I'm just going on a ramble, on another tangent. Philip coming in. I have a phlegm in my throat. I'm sorry, guys. Philip coming in with a 10. He says, do you think we will see a pullback? If so, what possible price? Do you think we will see a pullback? If so, what possible price? 60 or 80K? 60 or 80? You're saying, when are we going to get a pullback? That's hard to say. I'm assuming we'll probably see some kind of chop at the high before breaking out. Maybe. If we do continue, right? If this trend continues and we come up to 60 or 65,000, seeing some sort of sideways action before the breakout is, in my book, that's expected. Now, am I going to trade that? Probably not. I don't really care to trade those moves. I'm waiting for more of a macro blow off top before I start to really take action. I mean, I was using this as an accumulation range, and now I'm just looking for a place to scale out, which could be many months away. So where do I think the next pullback is going to be? 60 or 80? I mean, depends on what you mean by pullback. Are we talking about a multi-day pullback, a multi-week pullback, a multi-month pullback? I'm not sure. I'm not sure what your question is. Guys, definitely smash that like button if you're enjoying this type of content, and subscribe to this channel if you're new. Jordan Cool Dude says, where can I buy those pump glasses? I mean, I'm pretty sure they're on Amazon, guys. Pump glasses. I don't think I'm going to wear them this time, but I'll wear them for a couple minutes. People say they can't take me seriously when I put these on. I just think it's funny. So yeah, it's looking pretty good, guys, overall. Let's see. Some other coins people were asking about QuickSwap, because we were talking about Polygon on this channel a lot. We discussed Polygon very early on, and QuickSwap is basically like the leading exchange for Polygon. And I think it's just in consolidation mode. It's pretty likely that QuickSwap is just going to be correlating with Polygon for the most part. So we were just looking at Solana, talking about comparing it to Ethereum. Let's go back. If we're looking at QuickSwap, right now we can see that Polygon is kind of just in this range, kind of just sitting like just underwater. I mean, $1.70, I would say we're kind of underwater, right? We want to see moves above that. We want to get macro higher highs to get above water, and currently we haven't really done that. So once we see more momentum, more hype, more interest for Polygon in a break above $1.70 and some kind of move up, that is when you're going to see more attention be paid to the Polygon ecosystem, and that's when the leading DEX on Polygon, QuickSwap, would likely start to get more action. And right now it's kind of just looks like the Polygon chart. Obviously it's a little different, but this will probably start to pump with Polygon, most likely. That's just my guess. The Chains Link asks, Engine bro, you still in? Yeah, guys, I'm definitely still in Engine Coin. I'm absolutely in Engine Coin. We discussed this in the last stream. This is one of the strongest projects in crypto, one of the top gaming tokens, top NFT issuance token in the crypto market. Really good one. Really good fundamentals. Great. Tons of partnerships. They're always doing stuff. They're on fire. We got above that previous major support, that multi-month support going from March, April, May, June, or almost into June. March, April, May, a 3-month support level, which is basically $2. And we are starting to get above that. So that is showing some really good confidence and interest for Engine Coin, right? The fact that we're moving above that, we're grinding through. And the next point where we could expect probably some major resistance would be upwards of about like 285, maybe 275, 280, about 275. You can see it looking left. That would be the target, in my opinion, because looking left, we see, you know, movement straight up, straight back down, straight up, straight back down, straight up, back down, right? Not much happening in between $2 and 275. So the next target would be about 275. If we go from the major swing high to the major swing low, you can also see that the 618 golden fib is at exactly 275. The 618 fib extension, guys, a very common fib extension target, retrace target. Common retrace target, I mean, the 618, $2.75 would be the target. It also has confluence with that. So that's what we're looking for. And if you do end up getting there, if Engine Coin does get there, it breaks above 275, that's when I'm looking for new all-time highs for Engine Coin, getting above 275. Engine Coin, I'm still holding it. I've been holding it for a long time. You guys in Patreon, you guys know we were accumulating Engine Coin all down here. It's been a really good performer for me. Very pleased with it. I'm going to keep holding it. I think there's a lot more upside to go for this one. So looking at chat. Ryan asks, when blow off top, with a cash emoji. Let's go to one really interesting chart I like. If you go to Bitcoin cycles, cycle since the last market cycle top chart, this is a good one. You can see that we have Epoch 1, first bull market, this blue line, right? We hit this top. Then the second one, 2013, 2014, we hit this top. 2017 is the orange line, hit this top. So overall, these tops are obviously getting lower and lower, right? Obviously, the market cap is getting higher. So, we also do have a supply crisis for Bitcoin, supply shock. So we'll see. I think that the performance of this cycle is going to be maybe not as good as 2017, but pretty damn close. I'm actually expecting it to be pretty damn close. I think since the last market cycle top, it'll probably end up being similar timing and also similar in performance, but probably a little bit less percentage gain. When is it going to happen? That's hard to say. Maybe somewhere in the first portion of 2022, possibly. If you're looking at these two, it's never been this way before. If you're looking at it for Bitcoin since the previous market cycle top, we've never had the previous cycle. So for example, if you're looking at the first epoch, the first bull market, this red line here, the second bull market, never crossed into the first one in terms of its performance, right? The 2017 bull market, the orange line, never came in terms of performance and timing. What we're seeing now is that the 2021 bull market had a period where it was exceeding the performance of 2017, and it's come back and now it's on track, right? It's like more similar. This bull run is more similar to 2017 or the previous cycle than any previous cycle was to its previous cycle, if that even makes sense. So the performance is pretty spot on, pretty close. We're still behind 2017, but it's pretty close. So when blow off top, I would say in the next 6 months, probably the next 6 months. To answer Ryan's question there. And you can also just like take a down trend line and go from like the first bull market to this one. Go from this one to this one. And you could look for an average price in between these two trend lines and say, this lines up, I've done this already before. This point lines up with about 120, basically my next target, as I explained in my video, is 124,000, which is the next fib target. And then about 180K, 200K is that line right there. So anywhere from like 124,000 to 200,000 is like the area where you could expect to blow off top for just comparing the performance. Let's see what's going on today. Bitcoin's up 3.2%. Filecoin's up 24%. Someone said XRP is pumping up 4.9. That's not really much of a pump in crypto. It is breaking out though. 4.9%. Pretty good overall. Someone's asked me about ICP. I haven't really been keeping track of that one. Not much of an opinion. Orange Blood says 8X. Oh yeah, 8X had a nice pullback. What a crazy wick. Wow, it wicked up to $2. I just saw that. Let's see. Check out if we are hitting any critical retrace targets for 8X. Depends on where you want to fib this from. Where would you fib? This wick, probably not. This low, maybe. You could go from this low. Hard to say. Let's go from here. And we touched the 50%. So that's a healthy correction. So as long as we can hold $1.28 and get some good sideways accumulation, then I would be pretty happy with this retrace. I would be okay with that if we just got some sideways action, good accumulation before the next leg up. If 8X ends up pulling back and breaking below $1.28, $1.30, I mean that would be a little bit damaging. It would basically just mean that we would have to consolidate for much longer before we came up. But if we can hold this level, I would say we're doing pretty good. And you know, they haven't even launched yet, so this is all like pre-launch price action. So I think there's a lot more potential in the future. Now at this point, we've had this nice correction. We're probably going to see sideways action accumulation. It's going to get boring probably now for 8X, maybe for a little bit. But remember, guys, when the market is boring, that's usually a good time to accumulate. Right? You don't want to be like blindly buying into these pumps, right? Which, you know, sometimes that's profitable in the bull market, but blindly buying into a pump is always dangerous, of course. Though, you guys know I was tweeting about this at 20 cents. I got into this at 10 cents, tweeted about it at 20 cents, alerted Patreon members at 20 cents. And now it's at $1.48. So even though it went from $2.35 to $1.20, I mean, still awesome gains, thousands of percent returns still. Someone else is asking for Chainlink. Oh yeah, also CRV Curve Dow token is starting to get a little bit of a breakout. This one's been super boring, but it looks like we may start to punch. CRV Curve Dow looking like it's coming out of an accumulation range. And this one is so undervalued in my opinion. I don't understand why CRV hasn't gone up more. I don't get it. I don't understand it. Let's look at Chainlink. People are asking about Chainlink, of course. This is all marked up from my previous analysis. And really, this is like the only thing that I would want to say about Chainlink is that we're in a really nice upward sloping channel. And, you know, this is just very speculative drawings on the chart. We may see a move up to, you know, 40, 50, and then get a little bit of sideways action. But once we break that all-time high, just like every other time, I'm looking for a retest of the upward sloping resistance line. That would mean the next target would be coming in, you know, in the hundreds actually. The next major macro target for Chainlink is actually in the above $100. According to this macro upward sloping channel. So I'm looking for triple digits over the next few months, over the next 6 months. If things go really well, we may end up going towards 200 with a blow off top above $200, towards possibly as high as 400. That's like maximum though, right? But my target range is 100 to 200 with a blow off top into the $300-400 range. Really just following this channel. This is the chain link chart on the weekly. So that was for you, Crypto Dog. I really don't have much else to say for Chainlink. I'm just looking at it from a macro perspective. I really don't care too much about the short term, right? It's a well-established project. It's going to grow with the market. Really, it just needs Bitcoin's permission, and then we're probably going to head towards the triple-digit range. See, what else? Did I miss anything else? Did I miss any super chats? Let me see. I don't think I did. We have 323 people watching. Definitely smash the like button. We should have at least 300 likes on this stream by now. At least 300. And subscribe if you're new to this channel as well. People ask about XRP. People ask about VeChain, Dogecoin. I'm not going to be able to look at all these guys. Do you think F hits 6 or 8K targets before Bitcoin hits the next all-time high? No, probably not. No, probably not. Someone says, is Ethereum going to hit the next targets before Bitcoin hits an all-time high? Probably not. I think by the time Ethereum does hit 6,000, Bitcoin's going to be at a new all-time high. I don't think it's possible without that anyway. Let's see, Bitcoin dominance finding a little bit of support over the past 2 days, though I do think that this trend will continue. So you may, maybe follow. If you're looking at Bitcoin dominance, maybe Bitcoin's doing good right now, so we may see Bitcoin dominance come up to the downtrend line. Right, this might mean that we see a slight pullback in the altcoins, and then from there, probably continuation and a breakdown into new lows for the cycle for Bitcoin dominance is actually what I think, is actually what I expect. And then actually, I'm looking for new all-time lows for Bitcoin dominance as well. And that is actually just a very positive thing. Bitcoin went to the moon when it lost its dominance. It just means that there's more interest in crypto overall as an asset class, as an actual solution, right? In blockchain solutions overall, right? There's just more demand for it. So lower Bitcoin dominance is just a good sign for everything, obviously including Bitcoin. Some new people don't understand that. They think I'm like anti-Bitcoin for saying we're going to hit new all-time lows in Bitcoin dominance. It's not the case. It's very good for Bitcoin. That just means there's more money coming into the space. AI says, check KCS. Yeah, guys, this is another one of my picks that I think is going to do really well. And let me just pull it up so you guys are aware. I know a lot of people here probably use KuCoin Exchange, KCS. Right, so KuCoin is one of the coins I think is going to perform very well this cycle. And we also have this development. KCC, the KuCoin community chain. You can check that out. It means that KCS, KuCoin token, is going to be used as gas on the KCC chain. Their community is really starting like a whole new ecosystem. You're going to be able to migrate Ethereum smart contracts onto KCC, and this is all just going to lead to KuCoin token not just representing the exchange anymore. Right, it's not just going to be an exchange pump coin or to lower your fees or something. It's going to also be a real ecosystem. It's going to be part of a real ecosystem. It's going to be used as gas. And I just like fundamentally, you have billions of dollars flowing through the KuCoin exchange. KuCoin users hold KCS. There's adoption. Now you're giving it real utility. I mean, fundamentally, it just has everything set up for a major pump. So I think KCS will probably see a major breakout soon. And it's looking like that. We're just getting a very steady increase in demand, right? This is from June, or actually May, June, July, August, it's just continuing. We just had this awesome increase in demand. It's like sort of pre-parabolic price action. If we get rejected, that would be upsetting, of course. But maybe we just take some time to break out again. I do think that there's a lot of momentum here, so we're probably going to see a breakout soon for KCS. It just seems like it's getting there. And the first macro upside target, if we do break out, if we do get above 20, is actually going to be the 1618 at about 30. I'll just say $30 US as a whole number. That's the next major target for KCS. And I think ultimately it's going to be a coin in the top 50, possibly top 25, possibly. If everything goes super well, and it probably end up being in the hundreds, $100. Oh, Lewis says $3. Your thoughts on Tez, or Lewis donates $3. Says your thoughts on Tezos. I haven't looked at that chart in a couple weeks. I gotta check it out. Where would be the most exchange data? I can't even remember when the last time I looked at this was. It's been quite some time. I have some friends that are big on Tezos. This actually kind of reminds me of Chainlink a little bit. This is like a nice growth pattern. It seems like Tezos has a good growth pattern, but it just seems to lack it lacks momentum though. It just lacks momentum. So I mean, I don't know. I'm not totally sure what to expect from this. I haven't really been keeping up with Tezos that much. I know they're starting to do a lot of things with NFTs, so you might see a little bit more action in the ecosystem there. But if you can get above this channel line, this resistance, $9, $10, right? If you break above that high, you can actually get above this. That's when you might really start to see parabolic action. But we'll see, right? We'll see. It just seems like there's not too much momentum here. That's really just what... There's a lack of momentum. A lot of sideways action there. Floxy Specialist says, please, what coin do you suggest that I should buy for a daily trade? For a day trade? I mean, guys, I don't really do that. That's not what I do. I just look for macro market cycle lows for long-term accumulation, and then I look for macro market cycle peaks for prolonged scaling out of the market, exiting the market. Right? And my strategy is pretty simple. Right? I'm not going to be I'm not going to be your guy for expert day trade signals, or expert swing trade signals. If you want that, maybe look at like Pentoshi on Twitter or something. People asking about XRP, XLM, Cake, Theta, Shiba. A lot of coins, guys. I can't get through all of them, though. Just want to see what chat has to say here. All right, people are really dying for me to do XRP, so let's pull up XRP. All right, XRP, guys. I don't really look at this one all that often. Looks like it's starting to climb up. Maybe breakout here. Maybe breakout coming. Yeah, I mean, it's possible that in this cycle you're probably going to see XRP hit a new all-time high, probably. But yeah, I mean, the thing about XRP though that seems quite evident is that the amount of distribution that they do, the top holders, is pretty significant, right? It's like it's not. It's more of a product. XRP in Ripple, it's more of like a product, and they're trying to get users on this product of like cross-border payments, and like that sort of creates. Like they just distribute XRP like crazy. So yes, I do think that XRP is probably going to pump, but just expect that it's not necessarily going to hold a really good long-term growth pattern, right? I mean, it's pretty evident. Bitcoin has a much better growth pattern than XRP. Ethereum, much better growth pattern than XRP. XRP, you know, maybe it'll pump and sustain higher prices like it did here, but just look for, you know, definitely have an exit plan. There's a lot of XRP out there, and it's going to get distributed again. You know, they were reaccumulating at the lows, and they're probably going to have a major distribution process once again at much higher levels. So just be careful that even if we do break out again, this is not one that I would be looking to for a long-term hold. And I know XRP holders probably hate me saying that, but it's just my opinion. You know, I'm allowed to have an opinion. Don't freak out too much. We'll see. We'll see. I'm not really too sure with XRP. We'll probably hit new all-time highs, go to $5 or something. Again, if Bitcoin does follow this type of a pattern, this type of a growth pattern. But just be ready for crazy distribution in the next bear market for XRP. I'm just taking requests at this point. But there's, I don't know, I'm not really interested in all these coins. Tree, I mean, I don't even really know what that is. XLM, Dash, Monero. Yeah, guys, I think that Monero is probably going to be a really good performer. I mean, there's a high risk with regulatory FUD. The regulators may come in and try to like get rid of Monero or something. That's possible. I mean, at some point, maybe regulations would or regulators would actually look to ban certain types of blockchain technology, certain types of encryption, maybe at some point. So there is like regulatory risk with Monero, but I do think Monero is going to be a really good performer as a top privacy coin. It's pretty much secured its slot in that space as the leading project. So if anyone's looking for anonymity in crypto, you know, they're going to go for Monero. The utility's there, the demand is there, which means that I think we're probably going to be hitting new all-time highs in the cycle. Monero has a shot at becoming a multi-$1,000 coin. It absolutely does, without a doubt. It's in the best position for that. You know, we're talking about privacy coins. Monero is in the best position to lead. So I think Monero as a multi-$1,000 token is coming. It's likely going to happen. And we saw this right here. You guys remember, you know, before we had this major crash in price, major dump, major correction. Obviously, this right here is 2018, 2017. Before Bitcoin dumped, I mean, we went from like 140 up to 200, and then right up to that high, right? Into that just basically $500. I mean, the demand was there. There was a ton of demand. It was going parabolic, and then we sort of, you know, got a little bit overpriced too fast, and then people dumped. But this demand that we saw leading into this tells me that we're probably gonna see it hit a new all-time high. The demand is there. The interest is there. They have a strong community, strong user base. But again, the only risk would be regulatory FUD for privacy coins. But yeah, Monero multi-$1,000 targets, I think is inevitable at this point. People in the chat are talking about what they purchased with their Monero on the internet. You probably shouldn't do that. You probably shouldn't say that. You guys are crazy. Someone give water to Kevin, please. Yeah, I do need some water, actually. I need to hydrate. Stubbly says, I'm here, Kev, don't worry. It's Dogapult, I believe. I can see the picture. I'm hitting like on the video and everyone else too. Yeah, guys, everyone, let's go. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. What are we at right now? Just below 51,800. It's looking pretty good. And again, like I said in the very beginning of the stream, the daily MACD is getting a bullish cross. And, you know, if we have momentum, that means we might sustain positive momentum for, you know, a couple weeks, and that could lead us into lead us up to the 60,000 level possibly. Paul says, Kevin, what's your plan when you take profits at the end of the bull run? Buy a house, invest in stable coins? I'll probably when I exit, you know, 75% or more of my holdings, I'm going to be looking to short shit coins, right? So shorting Dogecoin, shorting whatever dumb dog coin out there that I can short, I'll short it, and I'll take that thing to the grave, and I'll make insane amounts of money. So shorting shit coins is going to be a really good bear market thing to do. And then, yeah, take stable coins, lend them out, earn some interest. And then, yes, buying real estate is on my calendar or whatever. Yeah, I do plan to buy real estate. And I have a couple other investment ideas outside of crypto that I'm probably going to do once all of this is said and done. But of course, guys, just like the last bear market, I'll be here on YouTube. You know, people always say, Kev, are you going to leave in the bear market? No. I was here the entire bear market in 2018, 2019. I was here the whole time. So I'm not going to leave you guys. Don't worry. I won't abandon you. By the time the next bear market rolls around, there's probably going to be tons of like synthetic assets that we can short, probably like all over the place. I'm assuming there's probably going to be there's probably going to be a lot of infrastructure from here in the next 6 months. A lot of new products are probably going to come out, a lot of new developments for crypto. And then, once the bear market rolls around, then it's going to slow down again. Guys, there's all kinds of exchanges to short. Now, I'm not saying short. I mean, again, this is something I'm going to do in many months from now. Shorting altcoins is going to be the best moneymaker for the bear market. That'd be by far. I mean, you can make sick gains shorting like Dogecoin and stuff. But yeah, there's decentralized exchanges that you can do short. You can short on. There's of course centralized as well. Harley K says use KuCoin. Yeah, that's right. They do have margin as well. So you could look to short on KuCoin. There's decentralized options for that too, though. Skip M says, first time ever hearing you, Kevin. I'm very impressed and just subscribed and liked. Keep up the great work. Looking forward to more. Skip M, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I appreciate you clicking all the buttons. The thumbs button, the red button, all the buttons. Click all the buttons, guys. But yeah, we've been streaming for a little bit, for quite some time. I don't know. How long has it been now? It's been like over an hour. That's pretty much all I wanted to say, guys. Just come out here, hang with you. We did a lot. We talked about a lot of stuff already in the beginning of the stream. So if you missed it, definitely rewind, check it out. And yeah, I appreciate all the support from everybody. If you want to support this channel further, if you want to take a look at my altcoin, or not my altcoin, my public portfolio, you can join Patreon. The beginning of the month is the best time to join because you get the most value from the payment that you make. And that's the best way to support the channel. You can see what coins I'm holding. You get access to the verified blockchain data and all that stuff. So if that interests you, if you want to join my VIP chat where I am hanging out a lot, You can basically just message me anytime you want. Definitely join, and I'll see you guys soon. Peace out.